Hi, my name is Lauren Reed, and I am a marriage and family therapist associate. I work mainly with couples, individuals, and family. I would say that my personal style of counseling is very personable. I make sure to emphasize the therapeutic relationship with my clients. I believe that you should really be able to trust your counselor and make that connection to feel safe and comfortable. I also work from a Bowennian therapist perspective, so mainly coming from a systemic lens. I look at all patterns and all kinds of systems that are affecting you or possibly your relationship. How I work with clients who are different from me is that I want to just own and embrace the experience. And I always say that I can learn something new from my clients, and I hope that they can learn something new from me. So even if I don't exactly share the same experience as you, I will come from a non-judgmental, accepting and open mindset. And I always say too that I don't want any of my clients to feel pressure to stick with a counselor if you do not feel comfortable. I don't want that to ruin your own personal experience. There's always going to be somebody who fits that therapeutic relationship and that connection with you. What I would say to somebody who is nervous to attend counseling is that it is okay to be nervous and it's okay to be scared to come. I know that it can seem intimidating at first, but really it's just about saying, this is your safe space. I want it to make it as comfortable for you as possible. It's always going to be confidential in here. And, a lot of the times people come in and they have people that they tell them, I can't believe you have to go to counseling. And you already have people that make you kind of feel not good about it, but it is the most empowering thing that you can do for yourself, even if it's just to get to know yourself better. It doesn't always have to be because of something, very traumatic. It is something to give you coping skills so that you can learn more about who you are, more about your family dynamic, about your own relationships. So I highly encourage it. So if you are considering it, but you're scared to take that first step, I would encourage you to just really take that leap. My personal definition of counseling would be a safe, non-judgmental space where there is not going to be any bias. I think a lot of the times people want to go to their friends or family for a lot of their own personal things that they're struggling with, and sometimes they feel pressured, or maybe that other person has a different perspective or they don't quite understand fully. It takes a lot of pressure off of you so that I am looking at this from just a non-biased lens and giving you an accepting, open space where you can process your emotions and just be honest and open with yourself. I think it takes a lot of courage to just actually say what you're truly feeling rather than holding it all and bottling it up inside because you feel shameful of those raw emotions. One misconception about mental health and counseling is that maybe some people feel like if they come, they are viewed as weak or not able to handle situations in their life. And that is not true at all. If you come to counseling, it's actually going to make you feel so much more prepared for life situations. And it's also going to be so empowering to break certain dysfunctional patterns that you have going on in your life. It's going to help you repair in relationships and give you coping skills to manage things a lot better. A lot of people who don't understand counseling, they might be the ones telling you that. So I would just encourage you to take this step and get to know yourself better and feel more prepared for your future. How I practice self-care is I personally have my own counseling that I go to. I believe that it is so important as your counselor to get my own just so I can show up for you the best way possible. And that is not a weakness whatsoever. It's just me taking accountability so I can show up for you the best that I can. I also like to journal. I like to do a lot of mindfulness, and I love to work out. One thing I would like people to know about mental health is that physical symptoms sometimes can actually be the catalyst for what's going on deeper within you. And so that can be your environment. That can be anxiety that's causing those physical symptoms. If it's a stomach ache or if it's constant migraines, you go to the doctor and you complain of those things and you are given a prescription. But let's say that that is just the catalyst. And maybe it is that you need to actually process those emotions deeper, that maybe you need to heal from that trauma, especially if you're not able to sleep, if you're having nightmares, if you are having outbursts in your relationship and you're operating out of destructive patterns or defense mechanisms. We all have those. We are all human. We all have those. It's just learning what those are. And so once you can identify those things, then maybe your physical symptoms actually get better and maybe you learn how to process and regulate your emotions better. If I could go back and tell my younger self something, maybe some advice, I would tell her that it's okay to fail. It's okay. Please give yourself grace. You are so worthy and you are going to be okay. I think a lot of times in my life, I've personally felt like I am not going to make it through this. There is no way I'm going to survive through this. But I was able to pull myself out and I had a lot of support. I had counseling that really was helpful for me. And I wish that that younger self could know that. And so if you're struggling right now and you're not giving yourself enough grace, or maybe you're not forgiving yourself for something, I would encourage that for you as well. If you are interested in faith-based counseling, I would love to help you on your spiritual journey, whatever that looks like. If you've been hurt by it before, but you still want to explore your faith or you want to heal that hurt, I am here to help with that. And I would love to incorporate that faith as well so that it can be more of a relationship that you're looking for in your faith. But I really do think that spirituality, I know spirituality is a huge piece on that wellness wheel towards growth, towards healing, and towards becoming your best self. And so I would love to be here to help you with that. So mindful movements to me and hopefully to my clients means that we are able to actually practice that mindfulness. I know that mindfulness is so big personally in my own life. And it's just to take that pause, to actually just be able to stop and take those deep breaths and to really give yourself those affirmations. And that movement piece is that some people are like, well, how can I rest? I don't know how to just pause and breathe. But when you do that, your body does not forget. Your body actually thanks you and it does move you forward and you're able to regulate your emotions in such a more positive way.